when you're entering the online money space, the first skill is the most important, but also the most difficult to get. So I've kind of had this interaction with a lot of people who, will see what I do, see that I obviously don't have to work a job, and they'll say, like, what do you need to do? And I'll pretty much explain like a step-by-step roadmap for them, and you might catch up with that person again 6, 12, 18 months later, and they haven't really done anything, and they haven't taken that first hump of learning that first skill, which is honestly the most difficult, but it's almost like the gateway and the entry point, right? Because if you think about all the things that happen once you learn that first skill, so that first skill where you're eating shit, where you don't really know what you're doing, you don't know anyone, maybe you're losing money depending on what you're trying to learn. It usually takes, your process for actually learning something is usually not that good, and it usually takes a while. Now, let's say you've got that under your belt. Now, it doesn't really matter what it is, media buying, copy, sales, whatever. That gives you a few things. First thing that having a skill does is it gives you access to other people. So if you're skilled in something, you now have value to give to the world. And for example, I'm not skilled in B2B sales, but I'm skilled in copy and paid media. But if I wanted to go into B2B sales, I'd go and find one of my friends who's really skilled in sales and download their brain for an hour and kind of shortcut that process, and do that over and over again. You can't do that if you don't have skills, because you have no value to provide to other people. So getting that first skill is a shortcut to all the other skills in that way. The other way that it's a shortcut to all the other skills and access to people is all of a sudden you can go and get employment and actually be paid to learn more skills and learn from someone who, is further along in the journey than you. So if you're someone starting out and you're kind of eating shit and figuring out these kind of things and wondering to yourself, like, when's the wheel going to turn? It gets easier, right? Every skill you stack gets easier. Every relationship you make gets easier. Things continue to compound.